Hey everyone, my name is Alyssa Bowman. I am a presidential diamond with It Works Global, and today I just wanted to share with you the 6 things that I do every single day for my business that have made me successful. A lot of people think that there is some magical formula to being successful in network marketing, but the truth is it's a lot of not sexy stuff that I do day in and day out that have set me up for long-term success. Okay, I've been with this company for over 6 years now, but had I not been doing these things from the get-go, I wouldn't be where I am today. So if you are watching this, I highly recommend making a habit out of these things on a daily basis. Number 1 is growing your network. I learned pretty early on in this business, as soon as I caught a vision for where this company could take me, for the amount of money that people can make in a month, I knew that eventually I was gonna run out of people that would be interested in the products or business, okay? I had a normal Facebook, a normal Instagram following, so I could already see that eventually I was gonna run out of people. So I didn't wait until I ran out of people to start growing my network. I started growing my network right away, okay? Whether that was Facebook, Instagram, face-to-face, referrals, any way to get a bigger audience. Okay, so that's number 1, and I still do that daily. Try to get Instagram followers, try to get Facebook friends, try to find referrals, etc. Okay, that's important. The next thing is always adding to my hundreds list. Okay, when I first started this business, and if you've been in this company or another company, you've probably been told to make a dirt list, a hundreds list, a chicken list, whatever you want to call it. You make a list of people that you want to contact, people you'd want to work with, people that would benefit from the products, and I'm gonna call it a hundreds list to keep it simple. I've been in for 6 years, okay? When I started, my hundreds list was, they were all family, friends, people I knew. As business has gone on, a lot of people on my list now are people that I've just built relationships with through Instagram or Facebook, but I still have a list, and the list is what I work off of. The list is what helps me grow my organization and helps me gather customers and distributors. So I'm always adding to my hundreds list. And people always ask me how I stay organized. I am not the most organized person to ask that question to. But something that I do now is I use an Excel or a Google Sheets. So through Google Docs, I'll use a sheet, and I also have the Sheets app on my phone. And so I have a spreadsheet of all of the potentials that I would like to reach out to, either their name, their phone number, their Instagram handle, or whatever. I keep a Google Sheet of them. Okay, so if you're watching this now, I recommend getting some sort of system. If you want to do it on paper, that's cool. I used to do everything on paper, but the problem was I would have a sheet in my car, a sheet in my purse, a sheet in my office. Like, I'd have papers everywhere, and I'd always feel like I was forgetting about someone or forgetting to do something. So I compiled it all into a spreadsheet. People that I have not messaged yet are just regular text. As I message people, I bold their names so that I know that I've already contacted them, and then I color code them. I'll highlight a row in yellow when they become a customer or they become a distributor. If there's someone that's thinking about it, someone I seriously need to follow up with, I'll highlight them a different color, so on and so forth, okay? I have room for notes, I have room for follow-up dates, all of that stuff, but the main thing is that I have a list. So get a list, sit down, spend a little time, and build a list as long as you possibly can in 1 hour. Get as many people on that list. Even if you're not ready to message them today, build the list. Okay. Then the next thing I do is message people on the list. Reach out to people on that list. So I scroll to the top of the list and I start messaging those people, contacting them, telling them that I would love to work with them, and I'm genuine. I don't put people on the list if I don't think I would want to work with them, if I don't think they quite fit, maybe if they're super negative. I only put people on the list that I truly would want to work with or that I have something in common with. So as I'm going through there, it's easy to message these people because it's all people I've crept on their pages, I've interacted with them a little bit. I also never put someone on my list until I've interacted with them at least a little bit. So message people on the hundreds list. So I scroll to the top of my list, message anyone that's not bolded. I might send out 5 or 10 messages, and then I add 5 or 10 people to the list. So my list never stops growing. I never run out of people to reach out to. And the cool thing is, the people at the top of my list that I'm messaging today, I probably put them on my list 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it's not the first time they're seeing my name. It's not the first day. I never message someone, as soon as I add them. I don't run my business that way. I'm not spammy. So I'll put them on my list, several weeks or several months before I even reach out to them. And some of those people, by the time they're on my list, they've been friends with me for like 6 months. Okay. So again, I'm pretty picky. Hey, there's my puppies. I'm pretty picky about who I put on my list. So don't just go for anyone. Go for people you actually want to work with, people you want to actually help. And then the next 3 things, personal development, get on YouTube. Obviously, you're on there right now, or you're watching this on Facebook somewhere. Watch YouTube videos, get a podcast, listen on your way to work. There's so many great podcasts out there. Read a book. Not on your way to work. You should do that while you're not driving. But read a good book, even if it's, a personal development book, maybe it's a business or a leadership development book. Make yourself better. That makes your business and your organization better. And the last 2 things, very simple, post. I was hesitant to put this on the list because, to be totally honest, like for Instagram right now, I don't necessarily post every day. But I post most of the time, and if I don't post to my wall, I am posting in my story. So posting for me is just a way to say I'm open for business. I'm still here. It's a way to brand myself. It's a way to market our company, share what we do, but it's not everything. Okay, so that's why I put those other things first. Adding to your hundreds list, messaging your hundreds list. To me, those are more important than posting. People are gonna check your inbox more than they're gonna check your wall, or their inbox than they're gonna check your wall. And then lastly, follow up. If you're doing all of that other stuff, you're going to need to follow up. And the way that I explain it to people, because when people join this business, they're nervous to reach out again. They're nervous if someone stops answering that they're not interested in anymore. They're scared of being pushy. There's 2 ways I look at it. Number 1, if you're online shopping at a boutique and you have an account with that store, maybe it's a department store, and you add something to your cart, but then you don't check out, they usually email you and say, hey, you forgot something. Hey, did you still want this? Hey, here's an extra coupon, okay? They follow up with you, and I'm never annoyed by that because I went onto their website, I added it to the cart. Normally, I just wasn't sure if I wanted to spend the money, or I, didn't have my wallet with me, or I just forgot, or things got busy, or I got a phone call, okay? So that's why we have to follow up, because people are busy. People aren't sure if they're ready to spend their money on it. People they need to wait for payday. Whatever it is, there's a reason that you need to follow up with them. The other thing that follow-up does is that it shows you that you believe that they can do this, that you believe in the products, okay? People don't believe that they can do this. People don't think that they will be the next success story. People aren't even sure if they can make $100. So part of the reason that we follow up, and part of the reason that I follow up, is to say, hey, when I messaged you and said you would be amazing at this, that I would love to work with you, I meant it. And I'm following up because I was serious about it. It wasn't just a spam message. It wasn't just a copy and paste message. I wrote that message for you because I know you can do it. And that's why I'm following up with you. Okay, so don't tell someone they would be amazing at this business and then never follow up with them again, because you're just showing them that you really didn't think they would be amazing at this business. So you have to follow up. So grow your network, add to your hundreds list, message your hundreds list, do personal development. That's usually the one that people forget or they push to the side because they think it's not important. But you've got to become the type of business owner that you want to be to attract those types of people into your business, okay? We always say that God doesn't give you the business that you want. He gives you the business that you're prepared for. So prepare yourself to be the leader for the team that you want in the future. And then post consistently. Doesn't have to be salesy, but get yourself out there. People need to see things in so many different ways to even notice it. It takes several posts for people to even see it, and a couple more for them to even act on it. So you've got to stay consistent. And again, it doesn't have to be salesy, but show people that you're excited about the company, you're excited about where you're headed, excited about your next product shipment that's coming in. All of that, you've got to share that consistently and often. And then you also have to mix in your personal life. Show people you're a real person, that It Works or whatever company you're a part of, it's something that you do, but it's not who you are. So people need to see all different aspects of your life, but keep your business and product posting consistent in there so people can see that you're fitting it in and that it's important to you. And then last but not least, you got to follow up. If you want to put people in the computer, they say fortune is in the follow-up for a reason. You've got to find a system where you will remember to contact people and let them know that you believe in them and that you're still going to be here if they join today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. People need to hear and sense that confidence from you and that loyalty from you, because people want to join with someone that they know is going to be there for them when they decide to jump into something that maybe they thought they would never do. All right, so there's your 6 tips daily. It's not sexy, but it will make you successful.